So nice to meet you, Chen, and thank you for being with us today. So I'm very curious about your project and how it all started. You actually tells the story of Zheng Yi Sao, that is, a character that is deeply rooted in Chinese history. So I would like to ask you why you choose to tell this story, and also how does the AI system has helped you to portray?
Okay, thank you so much. So actually, the story we are choosing is the Chinese female pirate. And the reason why we are choosing this one is because that we think in this world there are so many good IPs wouldn't be able to be shown on the stage of the world. In that, for example, that there are a lot of historical figures which could be the potential IPs for every city, every country, but if we don't have enough funding in the past traditional filmmaking industry, we wouldn't be able to tell those stories. And those stories contains not only the business value as well as the cultural value. People from that district need to understand, or they want to understand, that if there any great people can be their role model, then they will be part of their hometown, be part of their city, be part of their country. And there are so many potential good IPs don't have a chance, and we think this Madam Zheng, which is the Chinese female pirate, is one of the best IP for us to choose. The reason being that although it's a Chinese lady, but because we are a Singapore company, we want to bring in the first point is that we think culture shouldn't be so political. It doesn't matter which the person is from, but it is something that everybody should know. And also, especially when this lady already has some reputation in the Western culture, you can see that there are some games, some novels adopting this figure, as well as in the Caribbean trade. But in China, because pirate is a secret topic, isn't so very mysterious, right? So we think this is a good IP. So rather than choosing our already famous IP, we choose a known IP with huge potential to deliver a strong message to this world. Is that we are going to discover a lot of the IPs that was our effort to tell the story, and we will bring to the stage of the world a lot of the IPs, no matter how the society is thinking about it, no matter how the movie production company or the movie investment company is thinking about it. As long as we found there are some good story worth telling, we will find a group of people who are passionate about it. We will make it, we'll push to the world. We can help all those artist groups to accumulate their fans. So this is what we're doing. So in the end, for every single IP in this world, they need to go through 3 stages. The first one is the funding, the second one is the production, the third one distribution. And we are actually the first movie in the world, not only about AI, but AI allows us to achieve the decentralized funding and decentralized production and decentralized distribution. This will allow many groups and empower and encourage many artists to find their own IP rather than only follow other people's IP. Yes.
Yeah, this is very interesting. And actually, can you walk us like through the moment of how you have choose like the images of Zheng Yi Sao, but not also like how to portray her. And so how did you become more closer to maintain also the artistic authenticity and the emotional depth that you just talked about?
Okay. So it's very interesting to talk about how to create a character in the AI movie. So first of all, that for this movie itself, we have a historical book So a group of students and teachers from historical background, they help us to research all the material so that the final character we simulated with AI modeling is similar to the real historical figure. And what's interesting about this Zheng Yi Sao is that she used to be what we call as the very famous girl. But Zheng Yi Sao has been featured in the Caribbean trade as an old and ugly lady. So that's why we try to let the world know that actually she is very pretty, very interesting. And secondly, that to avoid any copyright issue, we never use any real human being in space. And even my own face, we never use anyone. So we create from zero this character. So if you want to talk to her, no chance. So we create from zero.
Yeah.
What's interesting is that because we are the first one in the world to create such a movie, and we see the involvement of technology. So initially, it's really hard to let this character to talk, to move. But now with technology advancement, we can bring in more elements to this character. And nowadays, I think all those characters with all those advanced modeling, they can laugh, they have their acting skills already.
This is so cool. And actually, I know that, for your project, you have involved multiple creators and also multiple AI tools. So can you consider yourself as the director of all of these? And actually, how does your role is different from a traditional filmmaker?
Okay, so actually, I think I'm the producer of the project. And I think the project itself is not about a commercial project, so we are pushing it to the commercial direction. The reason being that this movie project plays a role of MVP, media viable product, for us to show the world that with a group of people around the world, we can create a commercial product, we can make money, then we can share with all of them. So this is very important for it to be commercialized. But in this role, I'm a producer of this movie. And it's the first time for me to be a producer. But on another part of this movie that is also an experimental project, it's a quick start of a movement. The movement to empower and encourage more people to find the story they love, discover the story from their own culture, to discover the way how do they want to deliver the story rather than everybody study the formula to get study the formula and follow the so-called market analysis to do something the market like with in the foreign market there are so many like short dramas, all those stuff that have very high commercial value, business value, but very low cultural value, right? So we want to bring in the product with commercial value as well as the cultural value. Otherwise, we betray a lot of stuff. And also that I think movie why is really important, why we should picture it as a movement, because movie and literature and all those medias they play as a role of teacher. Because when I grew up, I studied in a normal school, then I have a normal family, but I think the real teacher of my life is all the literature and reading. So I think the movie, the literature, the teacher, the real teacher, real role model of many people. So I think that's why that we take the experimental product as a movement and more like the movement leader to bring my insight to the world, to deliver the message of the whole team to the world. Yeah.
Oh, this is fantastic. Actually, can you share with us like some movies that have been like inspired for you, for your life, for your educational, and also like piece of literature that has been made you grow from when you was a child and even in the adulthood?
Yeah, I quite like reading. I like literature. I like reading more than I watch movies. So sometimes people say, "What are the movies that really inspire you?" I can't come up with any of them because what I like is literature, and I also uh write a lot. I also get some literature award, something like this. So this is actually the starting point. Regarding what are the books that inspire me, a lot of them, the famous classical literatures. So I don't like the ex I mean the young, like I don't watch I don't read the the webtoon, this kind of story. I always read the literature stuff. So I feel my lifestyle is and my hobby style is a bit old fashioned comparing to my peers. So I like Jane Eyre, and there are so many like very famous Chinese story I really like. Um, and what I'm writing, I was like crazy about it because when I'm doing anything, I dedicate a lot of passion. So I used to be an ultra trail runner. I accomplished many 100 kilometer per day, 100 miles per day, even before my graduation of university. So it takes a lot of practice. For writing is the same. I was like spend all my spare time listening to like when I clean my house, I listen to the classical literature. When I driving the car, I listen to classical literature. So before I sleep, I'm still writing. So very passionate about it. And what is contradictory is that Singapore doesn't have a really advanced entertainment industry. The reason being that in Singapore, the entertainment industry, the literature industry doesn't exist, and the atmosphere, it doesn't exist. The community isn't so strong. I mean, the supportive community for this industry. But what is a good side is about it is that I can create whatever we want without thinking about commercializing because there is no way to commercialize it. So it gives us a very pure environment to create. And starting from the literature, starting from all those books that I think gave me a lot of value, I think it gave me opportunity and of course gave me a lot of courage for me to go another direction. So when everybody is watching TikTok, when everybody was watching all those short dramas, I'm working in another direction. I just enjoy the literature. And you know that in Singapore, there is a elite system for education, meaning that once you graduate from famous university, like my university, like National University of Singapore, you find a good job, you become the state level, you're promoted to the management level, then you are the leader of the financial system. So this is especially from the Chinese background.
Yeah.
The parents are expecting their kids to take some leader roles. But for me, that I'm going to another direction. So I think Singapore is really embracing culture. Like no matter what you do, as long as you fulfill your society role, you can enjoy your hobby. So yeah, so the starting point of this project, many people ask me how, especially my peers in China, because they feel that it's a really brave choice to starting such a project, even quit my job, and dedicate all my time, spending my money on the modeling, those
Yeah.
stuff. But for me, it's the best choice of my lifestyle. I can't stand my role to working in the IT industry. I can't stand to talk about only to watch all those like busy all those like content from the business structure, business capital group, with no cultural value because this is not something that I was educated by all those literature. So I feel a bit uncomfortable, and I'm lucky enough now I found my lifelong career to promote something I really believe in. Yeah.
Yeah. And what about the distribution of your movie? I mean, did you got the chance to distribute it already in Singapore? And for example, if someone want to see it like in Europe or in Italy, is there a chance? Is there a way to see it even by payment? I don't know.
Yeah. So 2nd of August, our movie gonna be on the River Festival in Italy. So if you're there, you can take a look of the movie
Okay.
and get the ticket. Yeah, regarding the distribution is also very interesting. The reason being that I'm not from the movie background. I have no idea how it works. So initially, we do face a lot of challenges and difficulties. Secondly, that the movie industry didn't perform so well after COVID. And if you don't have famous actors, you don't have famous directors, distributors don't think we're gonna make money, right? This is the formula for that. The third part is that you are using AI. People will feel it may be offensive for the traditional movie industry people, they make against it. So we face a lot of challenges. Nobody want to be the first one. So in Singapore, we distribute this movie in Golden Village, the largest cinemas. But our official distributor, the first distributor, is Home Golden Village. Is the second largest distributor in Malaysia, thanks to our partner in Malaysia. And also that recently we are talking to some famous international movie sales companies, as well as the in China. So we are there are some. So when we are receiving more interviews, thanks to you guys, that we are getting a bit well known.
Yeah.
So people start to know the story, and all those sales, movie sales companies then feel interested. They come to us for the distribution that at least they want to have a track to see what's gonna happen to break the world record because in the first one is more. Yeah.
So
Sure.
I would like to know what was the initial inspiration or motivation behind the fact that you found the Fizz Dragon, and what problem did you face at the very beginning for the film industry and how to create this society?
Okay. So because I'm not from the traditional filmmaking industry, for me it's very easy to get in to start this project because I don't have any burden in my mindset. I just feel it's interesting. Then let's work out how it works out. Uh, Thanks to my background in engineering, so whenever I start some project, though I'm not the expert inside, I try to categorize it into smaller modules. First of all, that what are the movie? What are the basic for that? What are the core of the acting skills? So all those I need to learn from scratch. And while I'm building the community, I meet a lot of same-minded people, and they also teach us a lot. So initially, actually, the first 20 people in the team is not from movie background. None of them is from movie background, but they are interested in this industry. They watch movie a lot, and they have many ideas about this industry. And this actually be the core spirit of Fizz Dragon. When we're growing our community, gradually there are many professionals joining. So the team had 130 for this project. A lot of them are from Netflix, Disney, and even get some globally well-known project awards. But we do have a lot of members. They're from very diverse background. For example, the dubbing actor. He always have a dream to be a dubbing actor, but he never had a chance. Then he studied as a nurse in university, and he doesn't like it. Then now he's deliver food. He's a food delivery. And his hobby is to play with the dubbing. There are some apps allowing you to do the dubbing game. You can play the dubbing, right? So there is a small community. All of them like to do the dubbing. So they just try to play different roles, try to have a fun. And Zheng Yi Sao gave him a chance to be a really real dubbing actor. So in the middle of the project, he get very sick. He stay in the hospital for a few weeks, but it's at the ending part of the project, we do need his material. So he is actually doing a part of the dubbing in the hospital toilet. You can't believe that because they don't want to disturb the people in the same room with him. So we do have a lot of people who is from professional background, but we will never forget all those people who are not from that background, but with a huge passion and a huge grief for this. So what are the first difficulty we are facing is that we don't have professional knowledge, but we need to create the movie. But in the end, but progressively we found that professional knowledge isn't the key to accomplish such a project. Even money isn't the key to accomplish such a project because we. So nowadays you see there are many good modeling coming out. You can see that the actors for AI is getting better and better. But when we start the project, it's like PPT, it's like PowerPoint. You can't make it happen. But so there are so many uncertainties. Technology advancement is an uncertainty. Whether people gonna believe in you, and if the technology didn't reach such a level, will your member leave you because you never pay them for as a salary? Will they still voluntarily contribute to this project? And what will make people stay? What will make people leave? And at the meantime, there are many smaller community where they stay in your place but not other people's place. So I think what is really works for Fizz Dragon and what is the key value for Fizz Dragon to get this group of people is our value. We have a really strong value. Because we want to make the world a better place. We want to give people who with passion the equal rights. I mean, so for example, we want the boy who want to become a dubbing actor. He wouldn't be shameful about his hobby. He can make even $20 with his hobby. Then he has some staying power about his spare time. So this is what is valuable for us. We want people to enjoy their arts, not feel shameful about it, enjoy their arts with their rights because we feel art is a part of human rights. You know, so many people graduated from famous art school. They have no choice after graduation. They need to do some job unrelated. And if they want to join the production team, they need to do the short drama. It's totally violated from their education and totally violated from their value. Want people to have a chance to continue their value. And because I read a lot of literature, so sometimes I feel I have some life topic to share with the world. And I have a real life experience allowing me to make the story very good. So I read the story, the publisher says that it's a really good story. The way you deliver it is interesting, but it doesn't follow certain formula. Modify watch this kind of story, so you need to add certain characters. You need to read this book and to fit in the formula. Then I can help you to reach the next level, something like this. I feel it's not right. Though it's easy to modify the word, but I don't feel it right because I feel that different people from different cultures, from different backgrounds, from different parts of the world, they can write the IP for their own culture. They can find a way for their people to write the story rather than everybody is reading the same like script writing materials, right? Everybody is trying to know how to write the movie, write the story the same as what the name is like a thousand days of hero, something like this, right? It's different. I think people should stay with their value. And many people in our community the same, like then they have their way of delivering their story, delivering their opinion, and why they are not from the professional background is because they don't need to worry about commercial life, so they can do their own stuff. That's why the starting for people they are not from the professional background. The second challenge we are facing, of course, we do face the financing issue and other issue. But more importantly is that we see there are huge potential for our team. Even the first few months, there are a lot of creators that want to invest in our company. They work for free and then even want to invest money. And the amount of money is their saving for their first few years of working. So they really want to make this happen. But we can't just but we do want to we can't let people just like donate their money then don't have money to spend for their life, right? We want to give the approval from the commercial world. we want to let them know our concept is really great. Our concept is that, so nowadays we feel that, first of all, I think building a startup or is to save what has been compromised in the last era. So what has been compromised in the traditional film industry? The first one is the cultural IP. A lot of stories have very high cultural value, but cannot confirm they have the so-called commercial value. They don't have a chance. Like Madam Zheng, right? Such a charming IP.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
second to be compromised is audience, because the audience, we have no choice. We need to watch short dramas. We don't have so much choices, especially in Asia. I guess I'm not sure in Europe whether it's the same, but in Asia it's like this. We need to watch a TikTok. The third compromise is all those people with a lot of talent. I thought they have talent, but they are wasted talent. The creativity is the top talent of human being. Creativity is more important than person's experience, is more important than a person's workforce. And currently we have the platform for all those freelancers to use their experiences, to use their workforces to in exchange of money. So nowadays we want to create such a platform for people to use their creativity, no matter whether your family can afford you for 4 years of art school university study, no matter whether you are from the countryside, whether you have the connection with the top directors, you still, if you have the talent, you have your creativity, you still can use it to feed your family, to feel proud of it, to use your talent in exchange or your livelihood rather than your workforce only. So this is something we really want to show to the world. We can directly connect to the creative talent, combined with the good cultural IP, and to bring it to the audience. And in the past, all those channels is very much controlled by different groups. But there's no choice because shooting movie was so expensive. You need to engage a lot of groups, actual groups. There's no choice. But nowadays with AIGC, the expenses of shooting a movie is at a controlled amount. Many things can happen. So within this idea agreed. But when we bring it to the capitals, they always ask us one only question: how much you earn from the Maiden Zhen, this movie? How much do you earn from this movie? But they never see the real value for that is that we accomplish such a movie, we bring to the cinema without hiring even one single person. This will never happen in other studios. So people will say, what is the difference with your team, other studio? They even have they have a stable employee, but you don't have any stable employee. But what we want to say is that the real value is that we have no employees. We have talent, we have entrepreneurs, we have artists, we have a group of people who spend their spare time, they can use their spare time for money, but they choose to continue their passion. So we have such a group of people that's really important. Yeah, so that are the two difficulties, but I think what brings us to the so-called accomplishment is still because of our value. We never compromise that because we believe in our value, what we can bring together to the world.
Yeah, this is so cool actually. So I thank you so much for your time because it's almost starting to, we have like 2 minutes. So I would like to thank you for your time. I was reading all about the story of Zheng Yi Sao or about the how the Fizz Dragon was born. So being able to talking with you was very precious today. So thank you so much for sharing your story and your work that is very, very hard and, like full of passion. So, thank you again. And I hope that, I will come back for you to show what is coming out in Italian, but I will translate it in English to have your, opinion on that before. Okay.
Thank you so much. Actually, a few weeks back, we have delivered the master class with Padova University, and we are trying our best to. We are actually working on audio tech, the technology, the AI technology, to help people to learn movie, to help people to create with AI. And we will try our best to bring our experience, our skill, as well as our value to empower more people to tell the story that can represent their culture, their life. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you, Chen. So I hope you have a great day, and I will write you as soon as
Okay.
it's ready. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.